Carolina walked out of class today in protest over a school resource officer being fired. The deputy was caught on camera earlier this week throwing a student to the ground after she refused to follow his orders. Students say Deputy Ben Fields should not have been fired for his actions. The students returned to class after their rally for Fields. There are now federal and state investigations into his actions.
Well, that case, along with a few violent school incidents in Colorado Springs, are shining a light on the role of the school resource officers. New at 10 o'clock, KRDO News Channel 13's Greg Miller speaks to an officer who talks about the lessons learned on the job.
When Officer Bill Walsh was assigned to Cheyenne Mountain High School, he knew he'd work with kids. But what he didn't know,
it really is being an extension of the school as a teacher. By being in class, they get to know you one-on-one, but you are teaching them.
10 years later, he says that connection is vital. His office wall is plastered with articles of student success. He says that connection can calm a tense situation quickly.
The ability in most times to slow things down because we're dealing with known people, the students. We're already able to identify them. We know who they are.
Resource officers like Walsh say breaking up fights is a very small role in the entire job they do every day at a high school, though that part of the job has been needed at other schools.
Last year at Coronado High School, a resource officer had to restrain a student with force. The student claimed brutality because she said she was punched, but eventually the officer was cleared. The brawl at Sierra is an example of how things can escalate quickly. Walsh says keeping the peace is more than wearing a uniform and badge.
I think if your role comes in and going, I only want to be here when I need to act officially as a police officer, you're missing a huge opportunity to have a much bigger impact.
As he plays the role of security and even teacher.
That's Greg Miller reporting. Now, Walsh is the only SRO at his school. Sierra High School has a total of 3, while school administrators work on changes.
And parents should expect a formal response to their concerns in the next few days.